Have you ever wondered if your girlfriend or your potential love interest is too insecure to handle? Well, I'm going to go through 20 signs that should be red flags that the girl that you're interested in or your girlfriend is too insecure. So just before we get into the 20 signs that your girlfriend is too insecure, where does insecurity come from? Well, it usually comes from bad past experiences, especially the ones that we had in our childhood, especially our love relationship experiences from our childhood, like from our parents or our primary caregivers or people that had authority and were meaningful to our lives and our survival, because we internalize those experiences and they influence how we expect other love relationships to work, even if it's dysfunctional. So we're all kind of broken. And it's just a matter of how are you going to manage in a broken relationship? How much can you take? How to handle it? But let's just start with the signs that she's too insecure. One of the signs, and these are in no particular order, but you should be wary. You should be concerned about any of these signs. So one of the signs is that she doesn't want you hanging out with your friends. Doesn't matter if they're girls or guys, she doesn't want you hanging out with other people. So that's one sign. Another sign is that she belittles you. So there's such a thing as teasing. I've done a video on what is appropriate teasing and what is not so appropriate teasing. You might want to watch that. But generally speaking, if she's teasing you in a way that really has an edge to it, that's a dig in a malicious way, something that she's not actually proud of you about, or that has a bit of truth to it but is hurtful, that is not a good sign. Number 3, this kind of coincides with that. So she's jealous of your wins. So she doesn't celebrate with you when you have any kind of win in your life or success. She tries to mitigate it or to put you down in some way, or she just ignores it. The reason why is because if she's insecure, she'll feel that if she boosts you up too much, that you'll see that she doesn't have enough value and you'll leave her. So these are all self-preservation tactics that are not even conscious. She does them automatically, but they're still major red flags. So number 4 is she's a drama queen and always looking for a high. And well, if you've ever experienced a drama queen, you probably know what that looks like. So I'm not even going to go into that one. So number 5 is that she needs all of your attention all the time, and she punishes you if she doesn't get it. So if you don't reply to a text quickly enough, or if you have plans with other people, she will be pouty or aggressive or generally make drama. So number 6, in line with that, is that she shows up uninvited or unannounced when you're out with friends. So she might be suspicious that you're not where you say you are, or she just may want to be included. But you have to be able to have some autonomy from each other, otherwise it's just not healthy. So that's a major red flag. Along with that, number 7 is that she gets defensive or freaks out easily. So she shows up and she wasn't invited and you're just hanging with the guys watching some sporting event at a sports bar somewhere, and she's there and you're like, oh, I was, just going to hang out with the guys tonight. And then she freaks out and storms off, and you're supposed to either chase her down or anything like that. Major, major red flag. Major red flag, guys. So number 8, kind of along the same lines, is that she freaks out when you talk about other girls. Even if they're just like seriously friend zone girls who you have zero interest in, she'll be jealous of those other female relationships that you have. Number 9, she accuses you of flirting even when you haven't. Now, okay, if you have flirted, that's one thing. You have to determine what's allowable in your relationship as far as flirting goes. But if you haven't flirted at all, major red flag. And she's accusing you of it, major red flag. Number 10, if she always needs to know where you're going, who you're with, and what you're doing. Super insecurity. These are all major red flags, guys. Number 11, she monitors your social media. She's always scrolling through all your social media to see what you're doing, who you're doing with, what you're liking, what you're commenting on, and she may even question you about why you liked Bethany's post on whatever it was. Like she'll be questioning all your social media interactions. Number 12, along with that, she will want to check your phone and your text messages. You'll have no privacy. Not good. Not good. Guys, not good. Now, side note, if you've done something like cheated on her or really messed up by getting caught making out with somebody, well, then she has a right to be insecure because you caused that. So these are all about things that you're doing that you're doing nothing wrong. You've not done anything wrong prior to this, but she's just generally insecure. So the next one is that she makes you keep read message on your text messages so that she knows when you've actually seen her message, because she will quite likely expect you to reply very promptly, even if you're busy. So if she expects you to keep her messages as knowing whether or not you've read them, then that's a major red flag. Okay, it's a pink flag, but it's still flag. The next one is, number 13, is that she'll ask loaded questions that have no right answer. So she might say, does this dress make me look fat? Well, if she's already fat, or if it's really not flattering, what can you say? No, you're going to be caught lying, because she knows damn well you're lying. And if you say yes, well, you're in trouble anyway. So that's another major sign of insecurities. So number 15 is that she makes you ditch and block your ex without cause. So this is a bit of a gray area for some people. Some people think you should have nothing to do with your ex. Other people think that you can still have a friendly relationship as long as there's no sexual tension anymore. So you'll have to decide if that's a major or a minor in your relationship or your potential relationship. But if you think that it's acceptable to be friends with your ex and there's nothing going on there and there never will be ever again, and she's not okay with that, then you either have a difference in values or she might be super insecure. And you'll know based on how many of these other signs that she has if it's an insecurity or a value. And number 16, she'll ask you comparison questions about your ex. Like she'll compare herself or ask you if you did these other things with your ex compared to her, or if you like doing certain things with your ex compared to her, or if she's as pretty as your ex. Anything comparing her to your ex is a sign of insecurity. Another sign, number 17, is that she makes every fight about her actual jealousy. Every fight you have is actually really surrounding the issue of her jealousy, not, do we agree on politics or religion or whatever it might be. If every fight really has at the core of its issue her jealousy, that's a major red flag. Another one, of course, is number 18, is that she's just generally insecure in the relationship and is constantly looking for validation from you and affirmation or reassurance constantly. It's different if it's like once in a while, like, I don't know, if you've been distant for a little while and she is like, hey, are you still wanting to hang out this weekend? But if it's like every day or every other day or by text all the time, then that's not a good sign. 19, and the one that is probably the major reason that you're staying with this nutcase, is that she uses sex as a seduction tool and to keep you on the hook, putting up with all her crap. So if she's using sex to make up all the time for all her bad jealousy behaviors, then that is a major sign that you should run away soon, now, yesterday, gone. And number 20 is that she never changes. She talks about changing, she apologizes, but her behavior never changes. If any of these 20 signs of insecurity are there, other than maybe the ex-girlfriend one, then you've got a situation on your hands that you have to deal with. And the first step is to figure out why you would want to be with someone like that. So you've got some things that you need to work on within yourself, but the thing that you really need to do is to get away from this girl, because she's bad news bears, dude. She's bad news bears, and she's not going to change. And side note is that even if you put up with all her crap and she magically changes, she'll become a different person who will then see her own value and question your value. In other words, she'll be like, oh, this is not conscious. I'm higher value. What else is available in the world? Because any guy who would stay with someone who was like that cannot be high value himself, or he wouldn't be there. And she will eventually realize that if she ever gets over this stuff, and she'll probably leave you for someone who's not weak. Because who would put up with that? Sorry, but that's the reality. So in my next video, I'm actually going to share with you what to do about these insecurities. But yeah, if there's lots of them, then really you gotta walk away. I'm sorry. Go see a shrink. I'm not a shrink. Don't do anything scary. Don't harm yourself. But definitely something's got to change, because it's not healthy and it will never get healthy. And that's a terrible way to waste your life. So I hope this was helpful. Stay tuned for the next video. This is, I think, a 2-part series, unless you guys have more questions about this topic. But the next one, I will actually go over what you should do or what you can do when you experience or you're running into these insecurities with a girl or your girlfriend. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm rambling. I'm going to stop now. All right, watch this next video. Thanks. Bye.